Damn, I wish somebody would have said that earlier because we were talking for a minute and you're.
It
Yeah,
was
we were
good
going for
too.
a while.
I know,
Yeah.
shit. I literally got a text like 3 minutes ago, 4 minutes ago, like, "Hey, we can't hear Shane." I was like, "Oh fuck." Okay, but now it works. Talk one more time.
Testing,
All right, cool.
testing.
Yeah, yeah,
We
yeah.
got you.
Yeah, we got you. You're back. Uh,
Hell yeah.
Yo, Daddy Crab said that you're doing good. He called you Pookie too. What's up with that?
Don't worry about Daddy Crab. That's just like a me and him thing. I love you too, Daddy Crab. All right.
It's
He doesn't
okay,
kiss
man.
and tell.
Yeah, no kissing and no telling. Let's see. Okay, cool. All right, so we're back in action. All right, so um, w- we pretty much already kind of touched on the recent events as far as the Black Hawk, the medevac that happened in Philadelphia. Um, Dad, I know that you wanted to talk about something as far as and Shane, I know that you can't comment too much on this, but
Yeah.
I'm pretty. You can nod and you could shake your head. So, Dad, how about you go ahead and kind of segue us back into that topic?
Which one was that?
Republicans.
Oh, yes. So one thing I've been listening to all the confirmation hearings, and you know, everybody asked these people, did Donald Trump lose the 2020 election? And for some reason, no Republicans, none, will say yes, we lost the 2020 election.
Yeah.
And I don't understand why you can't just say, yeah, we lost, no, we didn't lose, and the conspiracy theories, the election was stolen. Why can't this be a common sense answer? I don't understand. I get politics and I get politicians won't say, I lost or whatever.
Right.
But it's quite clear he wasn't president. And the best one I heard was Kash Patel. And by the way, I was very skeptical of Kash Patel, but if you listen to this guy,
Mhm.
he is very, very intelligent, very,
Yeah.
very articulate, and I think he'd make a great FBI director.
Yeah.
But he was asked, really, quite frankly, did Donald Trump lose the 2020 election? And he wouldn't answer. None of them answer. I don't understand that.
It's always. I'm not going to comment whether it was yes or no, but let's just see how he does this election. It's a deflection. What do you think, Garrett?
I think it's like they either find the question disrespectful and just don't want to answer it anyway, because why it's like if it
Why beat
happens,
the
it's a
horse?
fact, then
Right.
like why are we talking about it?
Right.
But I also think they don't want to undermine President Trump,
Mhm.
their Republican candidate. Like they don't.
The leader of the
Right.
party.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
You think he tells them no matter what you say, don't tell them.
no, I think it's
I
their
lost.
choice. I think it's their choice that
I think they're banding together more of like
Right.
a
behind Donald.
right, like a sign of unity. Like, if our party leader Trump says he didn't lose the election, we're not gonna go back on our leader and say like, yeah, he did lose the election. As petty as it sounds, like as small
Which
as
it
it sounds,
is. Yeah.
yeah, it's ridiculous. It's like schoolhouse shit.
Yeah, but does
Um,
that make you mindless?
Just think the question's dumb. But
Yeah,
they think that too, and that's probably why they didn't answer.
yeah, it's a bait question.
Yeah.
It's a bait question. It's a bait and switch. If you answer yes, then oh, do you not support Trump? If it's no, then why aren't you answering the question? You know what I'm saying? It's a
Yeah.
bait and switch. It's easy things for media to pick up and kind of disperse at their own use.
Yeah, and make someone look stupid over.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, look at the new White House press secretary. Have you guys seen videos of her?
Oh my God, I'm
Yes,
glad
I like her. She's actually
Yeah,
answering
she's dope,
questions.
right?
I'm
dope.
so glad you brought that up because
Yeah.
if you guys can Wikipedia her,
Yeah, hold on, let me
She's
look.
27 years old.
Yeah, she's young, dude. She's controlling that room like she fucking owns it
Her
too.
What's crazy to
husband.
think is she's only 2 years older than
I
me,
know, right? It's
and
fucking
she's like
nuts.
sitting in the White House press secretary, just like I don't know. It's like if someone were
Her
to
name-
put me as the press
Her name's
secretary.
Caroline Levitt.
Yep, Caroline Levitt. If I were
Yeah,
to be
dude.
press secretary, I'd be sitting there like, tough.
Yeah.
And there's like videos going around on TikTok right now. Yeah, that's rough 27. I feel like he pulls off the bait and switch by operating in extremes.
Look,
Yeah.
look at how old her husband is.
I think her husband is
30 years.
I don't
older
even
than
wanna
No
think about
way.
that.
60.
Stop right now.
Yeah, he's 60 years old,
Bro.
and they
That's
just
crazy.
had their first kid.
I ain't saying she a
That's
gold
insane.
digger.
Crazy. Yeah, gold digger. I smell it. Mm. No, but if you guys look on TikTok, like there's these videos that are circulating of like the first introductions per the White House press secretaries. And like if you compare it to Caroline, and I don't remember what the other lady's name was, it's drastically different.
Yes.
Like she came on the
yes.
podium and she's like, I'm a independent black woman
Who's gay.
who's also
She's gay.
a part of the LGBT community,
Yeah.
and also, by the way, I'm gay, and I'm the White House press secretary. And then Caroline comes out and she's like, "How we doing, guys? Good to see you guys. Recognize a lot of you. Let's get to business." Two completely different,
Yeah.
like motives and environments.
She
It's crazy.
took charge. She
Yeah.
took charge.
Yeah.
One of the things.
One thing that I can comment on, if I may.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah.
When it comes to politics, let's keep people's race, religion, creed, sexual orientation. Let's keep that shit
100%.
out of it.
100%.
And that's probably one of the only reasons why for professional reasons, one of the only reasons why I like Caroline is because she keeps the
She keeps it vanilla.
professionalism at the high. She keeps it
Yeah.
very vanilla. Exactly. Keep the I'm gay, I'm straight, I'm white, keep that shit out
Leave
of
the
it.
personal shit to your own personal.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's fantastic that people in those positions or people with those attributes are filling positions like that. That's great. That's fantastic. Everyone can see that. We don't need to
Right.
hear about it at a press secretary
At a
conference
professional job, but we don't need to hear
or
about
or in a briefing about, Afghanistan pullout. Like, we're worried about what's going on in Afghanistan or what's going on with Israel. We don't want to hear like all of your personal achievements as a gay black
Right.
woman. You know what I mean?
I feel like
And
to a
it's the
lot of
same way for a straight white woman or a straight white man. I
Yeah.
don't care
You
about
don't
your
give a
sexual
shit.
orientation, your creed, your religion. I don't want to hear about it.
And I
And
think that
that's
was
the
a
one
big-
thing that I like about it.
That was a big turnoff with a lot of the viewers, like especially during Biden's presidency, was like, dude, why are we bringing so much of like this preference shit into
The DEI
into the
wokeness.
the wokeness, the woke culture? Why? Why are we? And that's I say to this day, that's what killed his presidency is this woke bullshit culture. You gotta respect me for who I am.
Well, picture he let's say he didn't practice DEI himself and he chose
Right.
a better vice presidential candidate and
Yeah.
then that vice president would have ran against Donald Trump and could have won.
Could have won. Yeah.
But instead we got someone who was crazy.
Yeah, yeah. That fit the DEI billet. Yeah, Yeah.
Someone who did not fit the bill.
right.
Well, let me just throw another one at you here. So you saw how she's diversifying the press corps.
Mhm.
One of the articles I just read today, everybody's got like all these major outlets have offices within the White House press corps.
Mhm.
That's the way these places keep their cameras and keep their equipment and stuff. They all have special offices. Well, from what I understood, NBC got kicked out because she's starting to rotate who
Yeah.
gets an office and who doesn't get an
Yeah.
office. The only thing that I didn't see that alarms me, and NBC got kicked out.
Mhm.
I want to know if 1 month is Fox News going to get kicked out.
Probably.
Who cares?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Your
Honestly.
guess is as good as mine.
Well, the only reason he says that is because each news station will obviously report based off their bias. So like NBC is obviously a Democratic news station, so they're gonna
Absolutely.
say like, "Oh, fucking Donald Trump's pushing all this bullshit," but then you have Fox on the other hand that's saying, "Oh, praise Donald Trump, he's pushing all these." So it almost forces like a prejudice onto the audience where it's like
Well,
it's
and that's well, fine and good,
mhm,
but these are major news organizations: ABC, NBC, CBS,
right,
Fox News. They're all major, and they all have their biases. And if you're going to rotate them accordingly, that's fine. But if you're going to single out, we're just going to put anybody that's pro-Republican, conservative,
right.
then I got a problem with
Because
that.
it kind of nears towards that line of like free speech, you know. Maybe it's not free speech, but maybe it's more of like filtered speech,
Exactly.
you know.
Well,
Exactly.
I mean, filtered speech still goes against free speech.
Yeah,
And if I
right.
may, for
Right.
just a second, who cares, honestly? If MSNBC or Fox News gets kicked out of the White House briefing room, Americans aren't watching Fox News anymore. Americans aren't watching CNN or MSNBC. We're watching
TikTok,
TikTok.
man.
We're
Yeah, I was
watching
gonna say
Facebook.
TikTok.
The older
We're
generations
watching
are
YouTube.
though.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah,
and
that's
Garrett makes a good point though. It's the
yes.
older generations that are still, not even the older generations. I would say like
Everyone
40 and
else.
up.
Yeah.
They're still watching the news
They're
stations.
getting riled up on
Yeah,
Fox
And I'll
but
News.
Yeah,
tell you, I'm
who
the older
cares? Like,
generation, and I'm switching back and forth. I want to see what Fox says, and I want to see what CNN says. And if Fox gets too over the top, I switch to CNN. If
hmm
CNN gets too over to the top, you know, they kiss each other's ass.
yeah.
CNN is all about the Democrats are getting fucked this way and fucked that way, and the Republicans
as
are
of
like, we're
recently,
in power,
Yeah,
let's fuck them.
yeah.
You're talking about like it's not freedom of speech, it's freedom of press. Is that what you kind of meant?
It's not necessarily freedom of press. It's
Access.
it's access. Yeah, it's like for me to say like almost like, hey, Daddy, like you could use my bathroom, but Garrett, you can't.
Yeah.
You can't. It's fucked up. You know what I'm saying?
I'm going to
Um,
give you a bedroom in the
Yeah, it's
house to
controlling
use for
speech.
whatever you need to use, but the other guy, I'm not giving him a bedroom in the
right,
house.
right.
crazy idea, wild, crazy idea. What if there was no news media outlets that were allowed in the press briefing room, whether it was independent sources like podcasters or TikTokers, content creators, whatever? What if nobody was allowed in the press briefing conference and, the press secretary says what needs to be said and then just fucking just ends it right there. It's like 5-minute video,
Yeah,
puts it out to the public, and then Fox News or CNN or independent
could scoop off of that.
just scoop off that. And then if they had questions, they could fucking email them or something. I feel like it would be a lot more. It would be because the last press briefing was like what 2 hours long just because of
Yeah.
questions.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Then they could just email them with questions, and then they could make a video or something. I feel like the short term, the shorter the video with like fucking Subway Surfers or Minecraft
yeah.
parkour in the background of it is what catches the attention of
That's
most of the viewers
true.
now.
That's true.
So
You know what,
that's my
Shayna?
thing is like, what if they say fuck Fox, fuck CNN, fuck MSNBC, and I'm sorry for my French, but really, like, honestly, screw all of these guys with their obvious agendas. They put out what needs to be put out.
Just
Hey,
put
this is
out
what the president says.
independent
This is
media.
what happened.
Yeah,
And then they can email questions and they can follow up, or they can, obviously have their opinions on their own their own outlets.
right. Dad, go ahead.
So
Hold on.
I'll just throw it out to you, Shane. I think because Fox News garners a huge capacity of people, and so same thing with NBC News. They both get out. The White House is trying to get their message across to as many people as they possibly can, and looking at podcasters and everything like that, even though they have a constituency, a following, it's nowhere close to what Fox News or MSNBC or CNN has. They put like 3.5 million people on a single television cast they get.
Yeah.
You know, so I think what the press secretary is trying to do is just thumb her nose up at people and say, I'm going to make your life as difficult as I possibly can just because you don't support what I say.
Or I think it's more of just she's regaining control in that room. You know, because
or her control.
Yeah, I mean, they were walked over for the past 4 years. I mean, now you have to set a certain standard of, I'm going to run how this goes, and you guys are going to follow along. And if you guys don't want to, then you don't have to be here.
Yeah.
It's kind of a reflection of Trump, too. That's kind of how he does it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I agree.
I have to, obviously respectfully disagree, but Fox News and CNN, man, if they're only bolstering 3 million viewers per channel, they're failing as a reporting group, as a news organization. They're failing. That's horrible. 3 million views as an organization that's live on TV every
I would say it barely even gets up to 3 million.
That's
barely. I don't know.
That's horrible. I've seen podcasters that talk about ghost stories with higher views and content
I don't know.
consumption.
You need to Google that.
So I think honestly, with the way that the country, or at least the generation, is moving, is more towards an independent source, as in like podcasters or TikTokers, Facebook livers, whatever. Put the shit out that needs to be said.
I got some stats.
They can talk about it. Yeah,
I'm
ready for
these
stats.
Actually. Here we go. So, Fox News, premier news program, averages 2.5 million viewers.
Oh my God.
With the average age of being 68 and above, and then 259,000 between the demographic of 25 and 54. And Fox News is the most viewed news program out of all of them. Yeah, they dominate cable TV as multiple shows crush competitors. Yeah, so.
But even then, just over 2 million is still failing. That's horrible. I feel like I used to watch Fox News growing up. That's all that my stepfather would watch was Fox News. But the only reason why he watched Fox News was Bill O'Reilly. Tucker Carlson, both of those guys are off of Fox News now, and they have their own independent thing.
But think about it now.
Also going on
like with the Daily Wire, or you have the Glenn Beck Show, who are podcasters, or correct me if I'm wrong, they're like independent news sources.
Yeah, they're like non-biased news sources.
Yeah. Why not let like, and obviously I don't really know much for like liberal side of media, and obviously, I mean, there goes my fucking apolitical stance on shit, because I only know. So let's not. But like, what if we let like Glenn Beck or Bill O'Reilly or Don Lemon, let them, like individual people, sit in the press conference, let them take their notes, and then they can come back to their podcasts or their sites, and then they can fucking push out the media if they fucking want to.
Yeah.
It's annoying. It's annoying to sit there and want to listen as to what's going on in the background, but people have questions about shit that just was like 2 years ago. They're like, well, under Biden, this happened. And that's like, I don't care about what Biden did 2 years ago anymore. I care about the new inauguration and what's going on with North Carolina. Are they actually living in apartments and shit now? Because, TikTok obviously is full of false and fake news, and so is Facebook and Instagram. So why not have these people? And let me just look up how many people view fucking Glenn Beck, if I may, for a second.
Mm-hmm.
And you make a great point, because Levitt, that's what Levitt's doing. She said the whole front row, I'm going to make podcasters and people that put in for White House press passes. I say that a bunch of times. But that's what she's looking to do, is to
open
bring the White House press corps up to today's standards.
Right. Yeah.
And that's why I sent you that. That's why I sent you that text, Austin.
Yeah.
I was like, "Hey, you should do that, man. Get up in there."
Cool.
Yeah,
that'd be cool. Actually, I don't know if they'd accept me, but I'd be like, hey guys, I'm Austin. I have 200 followers on TikTok.
Yeah.
You guys want to let me in? And they're gonna be
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
get the fuck out of here.
You heard of In the Bricks podcast, right?
Of what?
You heard of In the Bricks podcast?
Yeah, like, hey, press secretary, have you heard of In the Bricks podcast yet? No. Do you want to like give me a follow real quick? Can you like shout me out on the podium real quick? Appreciate it. I should apply and just see what happens.
You just got like chat in the background. You're like, oh, hold on, that Caroline for a second. Chat
Yeah,
asked
exactly. Hey,
if
chat, clip that. Yeah, exactly. Hey, chat, do you guys see that? Clip that real quick. Yeah, that would be funny as fuck. That would be good. All right.
For some reason it's not popping up for me, but I just have the slightest feeling. Oh, hold on. Here we go.
Or even like Tucker Carlson, he's pretty popular too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Or Ben Shapiro.
Like I think that he's right.
One person, oh my gosh. Look up Candace Owens.
Oh,
I just love
Yeah, I
Candace
bet she
I
Owens.
has
love
a lot,
Candace Owens,
too.
Yeah, she probably does. She has probably millions.
She's amazing. I mean, I haven't
People want her to
heard
run for
her in a
president.
while.
Yeah, she has a really big following. And okay,
Yeah.
all right, here we go. So I just looked on my Spotify. Glenn Beck posts podcasts that he released the day before. So you're listening to a day-old podcast that he released on Spotify, and it has up to 5 million listeners, which is almost double, actually more
Holy
than double the
shit.
amount of people that actually watch Fox
Like the
News.
And just one
So that's what I'm
podcast.
saying. On just
That's
one
crazy.
podcast, on one thing for one day. So that's what I'm saying is like maybe what if we closed it out to people and had like the independent podcasters or news outlets instead of like big Fox News, CNN, who have an obvious bias,
Right.
and then their listeners could come in and listen to whatever the fuck they want to, and
Mhm.
then it would also it would bolster and support small time creators like yourself and myself. And if we wanted to talk about it, you're like, hey,
Right.
this happened. I literally have the actual news source from itself. I was there. Quit taking up seats from people that nobody's watching Fox anymore, man. Like nobody's
Garrett,
watching
It'll spread
CNN.
real news to a lot of people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Garrett said it would spread a lot
Like-
of real news to a lot of people.
Yeah, because be
100%.
honest with yourself. If you're watching a YouTube clip or you're watching something from TikTok and it says based off Fox News or based off CNN, you immediately are like, I'm going to take what I'm listening to with a grain of salt. But if you
Yeah.
see it from like an independent broadcaster whose whole
different
sole
perspective.
job, yeah, it brings back
Absolutely.
the journalist, man. It brings back the journalist and the independence. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
the
there's
apolitical. This happened.
What are you saying, Garrett?
There's just this one journalist in my mind that I can't. His first name is Dylan. I think it's like Dylan Page or something. He's like this.
Oh yeah, Dylan
Yeah,
Page. Yeah,
he,
yeah.
Like he,
Yeah, I've
you
heard
know,
of
went
it.
to the White House. Like he's
Mhm.
he's doing that stuff all the time where
Yeah.
he's going directly to these events and then going on his
Reports on
YouTube
it.
and reporting on it.
Yeah.
Like, and that's really cool.
Which Dylan Page is the real one?
I don't. What do you mean?
There's a lot of them.
I don't know.
I'm gonna ask
The
you,
guy, the
what
British
is this guy? Charlie.
or whatever.
I
he
can't
is.
think.
Charlie Kirk.
Is that his name?
He's a political debater.
Yeah.
Oh,
Charlie
yeah.
Kirk.
Creepy smile.
Yeah, I know
Yeah,
that.
creepy smile guy. Yeah.
Creepy
That
smile
guy. That guy.
He's smart, but he
Yeah.
he annoys me sometimes.
He's
yeah,
annoying.
He is kind of
Yeah.
annoying. He
Yeah.
gets people up there.
He's a rage baiter. That's what he
Yes.
does.
Yes.
Exactly,
Yeah,
exactly.
he's like,
Rage
hey, talk
baiter.
to me about the Bible. Nope, that's not the right verse. Fuck you. And I'm just like,
Yeah.
okay.
He like knows his topics
Yeah.
left and right.
Yeah. Like some people just go up to fuck with him and he takes it like very serious. And I'm just like, dog. Like,
Could you imagine him in the White House briefing room?
Yes.
I would imagine.
Oh my god!
He met
like,
with,
I have a question.
He met with JD
so-
Vance the other day.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
he was with JD Vance.
Oh my gosh, they're all gonna come together.
Charlie
like, all
Kirk
these
would be the person to like
conservatives,
wag
they're
his
super
finger
team.
at the fucking press secretary, like,
Yeah.
no, actually, it's like, shut up.
Hey, yeah.
That's not what the thing says. Yeah. What a fucking guy.
He's
So,
funny though. It's funny to
He
watch if you're
is.
in the mood for it.
He is very funny. I love to listen to him. I get his TikTok.
it's,
Yeah.
it's goofy as hell.
all right, guys. Well, we need to start wrapping it up. We are now at an hour and 30 minutes. This is like,
No shit.
That's
Yeah.
fast, huh?
Wow.
yeah, I know. It
Really
really
that
does
far?
go by quick. So Shane, this is how we do it. So the next time that you're on our show, so usually we circulate around the room. You leave nice words of wisdom, and then we move on to the next person. So we'll go ahead and start off with Mr. Garrett Gold. Go ahead, Garrett. Spit some
Oh.
fire.
I'm hungry.
He's hungry. Nice words of wisdom. He's hungry, everyone.
Get your
That's
macros in for the
Because
day.
even the last time we had,
Yeah.
he was, what are we getting to eat?
Yeah, are we eating pizza after this or something like that,
Yeah.
right?
It's
Garrett just started a meme.
yeah.
All right, Dad.
Shane, thank you so much. You are awesome.
Yeah.
We can understand why you have the following that you do, and I can say I expect you to get more and more, and I look forward to you coming back on the show and talking to you. And stay safe. Always stay safe, buddy.
Yeah.
And then do you have any
Exactly.
words of wisdom for the audience? You have to look straight into the camera.
Yeah, I do. You know what? We love you guys. We want you to tell your friends and family and everybody you can think of. We need followers. I was going to say with that question about why won't the Republicans, say they lost the election and they circumvent different questions. If you would leave a comment and we can talk about it on the next podcast.
Yeah, yeah. And then shit. Let's see what I could come up with. Yeah, I'd like to piggyback off of what my dad said. Shane, thank you for coming on the show. You definitely add a lot of value today, so I appreciate you for that. I know it's not the last time that you're going to be on the show, so I look forward to seeing you again. And then to the audience, I want to thank you guys too. Again, piggyback off my dad. We wouldn't be here without you guys. We wouldn't just be sitting at the walls talking to nobody. So we appreciate you. We hope that you guys keep coming back. Comment with us, interact with us. We love hearing your questions. We love kind of talking about it in the studio. And with that being said, I'm going to pass it over to you, Shane.
Okay. Thank you guys so much for having me. I seriously, I'm so beside myself and just humbled by being invited out to your guys' podcast. It means literally the world to me. Thank you guys so much. I cannot wait to come out and do this again. It was absolutely fun.
Yeah.
To the viewers and to anyone watching or that will watch, I just want to say to you guys, no matter what, no matter how you feel, no matter what you believe, we're American, we're family, and we love each other. So be there for each other and be safe. I'm serious. Like the division that is created is beyond comprehension. So please love each other, be there.